Hello, here Al Nilein News as we cover the breaking news from Sudan.
In a high-level session focused on regional diplomacy, the Egyptian Senate's Foreign, Arab and African Affairs Committee, chaired by Mohammed Kamal, convened to review Egypt's strategic foreign policy toward the African continent. The meeting saw significant diplomatic participation, including Deputy Foreign Minister for African Affairs, Ambassador Mohammed Abu Bakr, and Director of the Sudan and South Sudan Department. The meeting reaffirmed the firm adherence to the principle of African solutions for African problems. Members of the committee and ministry officials examined the diverse tools of Egyptian engagement, ranging from traditional diplomatic and economic initiatives to the effective deployment of soft power throughout the continent. This included an update on the developments regarding the Ethiopian dam and a review of joint cooperation projects and dam building efforts between Egypt and other Nile Basin nations. Furthermore, the committee was briefed on the evolving situation in Sudan, emphasizing Egypt's ongoing coordination with its southern neighbor and a foreign policy dedicated to the preservation of Sudan's national institutions. French President Emmanuel Macron has characterized the situation in Sudan as a series of mass crimes and war crimes, resulting in a catastrophic humanitarian situation. Speaking to reporters at the conclusion of African Forward Summit in Nairobi, Kenya, Macron deliberately avoided the term genocide, asserting that such a classification remains the responsibility of historians and judges rather than political leaders. The French president attributes the ongoing conflict to the interference of external powers funding the warring parties to expand their influence, and issued an urgent appeal for an immediate ceasefire and cessation of all forms of foreign support. He further emphasized the critical need for continued humanitarian efforts, highlighting the political and relief conference organized by France regarding Sudan, as well as recent European initiatives aimed at supporting the civilian population. Notably, France maintained the support for the political bloc led by Abdallah Hamdok, who is recognized as prominent supporter of the Rapid Support Forces (RSF) terrorist militia. This terrorist group currently maintains control over strategic gold and uranium mines within Sudan's Darfur region. A United Nations report has revealed that the Central African Republic is currently hosting approximately 36,000 Sudanese refugees who fled the war in Darfur region. According to the report, many of these refugees, including doctors and nurses, are actively seeking ways to contribute to their host communities and bolster the local economy. Idem Warsorno, director of the Operations and Advocacy Division at the UN Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA, praised the regional response, noting that the government of Central African Republic has granted land to Sudanese refugees, an initiative she stated deserves significant recognition and commendation. Despite this progress, Warsorno emphasized that basic humanitarian needs remains immense, particularly within the sector of healthcare, education, and sustainable livelihood.